Hey guys, how is it going? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. There we go. All right, okay, there we go. Just showed up there. All right, how's everyone doing? It's a gloomy Monday here in Iowa. It keeps getting cold and then warm and then cold and then warm and then cold. I don't know when spring's coming. All right. Looks like you can hear me okay. See the screen. All right. It's 2 after. I'll wait 1 more minute, and then we will get started. Got some updates across the board here today. Let me grab my notes. Organize my screen a little bit here. Let's see. Pop out chat. Nice. All right. Get my screen organized here with all of my windows. So many windows. All righty. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, cold in Wyoming too. And Colorado. I don't know what's going on. Where is spring? I'm ready for warmth. Yeah, really windy here too. We had some thunderstorms come through. I think it was last night. Might have been the night before. Snowed. That's crazy. We were supposed to get a bunch of snow, but then it turned into rain. 84 in Florida. I could deal with that. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So, got some updates for the deadline for the tier levels. We've seen some support questions come through about when's the last day that you guys can upgrade your accounts for the different tier levels. The date for the cutoff is 6 months from when we started that. So, I believe that is August 21st is the last day that you can increase your tier level. So, you still got a few more months. What's April? So, you got May, June, July, August. So, 4 months. And that's when the cutoff is. So once that day comes, then you cannot upgrade any further. So there will be time for you to reinvest, just recontribute the funds that you get from the game profit share up until then back into other games that we've announced by then, and any other IO games, or if there's any other coin pools available, so on. You will be able to upgrade your accounts. So there's still time for that. August 21st, yes, 2019. So we've got another question is deadline for ambassador signups. That is whenever we hit the 2,500 mark. So still plenty of time on that. I imagine that once the games kick off and the profit share is kicking in nicely, it's not going to be as hard to sell ambassador seats because as soon as somebody comes in, they'll instantly be making money. The reason that we want to keep selling ambassador seats even after we're up and making money is that we want that viral ability. So if we have 22,000, 2,500 people, whatever number we decide at the time, when we think we're good with the number, we want to be able to create that viral aspect to everything that we're doing, sharing on social media, sharing with friends and family. So that's why no matter what, we will continue to sell the ambassador seats until we hit the number that we think we can leverage for a viral ability. So still open-ended on that one as well. Other questions we've seen are about the bonus pool. So the bonus pool is still going. Originally, we were going to cut it off at the end of this month, but I'm going to wait until the middle of next month. So we're going to cut it off at May 15th. It'll show up on the site on May 15th. And the reason we're not showing it right now is because we want to be able to just run the calculations once and not have to keep updating them and keeping track of what's already been added and all of that. So the way that bonus pool works is any credits or any contributions that you make to the company before May 15th or before or on May 15th. May 15th is the cutoff whenever we run the script on May 15th. So it'll be sometime on May 15th is when we run the script to calculate how many coins you have in that bonus pool. It's 5% mobile and 5% IO advertising profit. So we're not going to show it on the site until we run the script. So that way everyone will know exactly where they stand at that time. It'll just make it really clean, and we don't have to worry about recalculating anything or anything like that. So just know that it's counting anything from the start of the ambassador program up until May 15th, whenever we run it on May 15th. And that's when the cutoff is for that bonus pool. So if you refer people in, if you buy coins, all of that counts towards that bonus pool. The next thing I want to talk about is setting up your profiles to get paid. We've only had 100 people set up their accounts. So trying to find my window here. So make sure that you view the news item. Let me find it here. 1 second. All right, screen share. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go to your profile page. You click on this icon up here, go to edit profile, go to profile. You need to fill out all of the information on this page, hit save, and then what we do is we export that out, import it into QuickBooks Online. It creates a section, a contracting account on our QuickBooks account, which we can then update with your balance for how much we owe you for the profit share. We can trigger the payouts from that, and then you guys will be able to add your bank account information and sign your 1099 through QuickBooks. It's all secure through them. What you'll do, once you fill out this information, you get imported into the system. You'll get an email from QuickBooks saying you need to set up an account with them, and then that's where you can add in your bank information and all of that. So just make sure that you get this part filled out. Once we get enough people that have filled it out, then we'll start the next process, which will trigger the email from QuickBooks to you to go in and fill out your information. So we're using QuickBooks as a way to store everything so it's nice and secure. And then all of the payments will be through them. We can keep track of invoices through them. And it just makes it really clean, really easy for accounting. And yes, you will be able to update that info if it changes. If you need to change it, you should be able to update it through the QuickBooks account that you create. Otherwise, you'll just need to create a support ticket with us, and we can go in and manually update it for any banking changes that you need done. So yes, you can update it after the fact. If you've already filled this out, then you're good. We've started the import process into QuickBooks. We've already got some imported in there. The next step will be triggering the email from QuickBooks to you. So just know that if you have your profile filled out, that's all you need to do right now. And then we will get the next step started here as soon as we can. So fill out everything here, and then you'll be good. We've already started the import process, Patrick. So we've already got 100 some accounts imported into QuickBooks. And then from there, this week, we're going to start triggering the emails to go out to you guys so you can get the next step set up. That way, when we run the payment script here this week, in the next few days, well, it's either going to be today or tomorrow when we run the script. That way, it just updates everything in the system. It's really nice how it's all laid out. So just make sure you guys get this filled out as quick as you can so that we can get you into QuickBooks. And for the people who already have, we're going to start the process in the next few days of triggering that email out to you guys. So that's it for that one. So yeah, I have my notes here. It says how the process with QuickBooks works. So basically, you enter your information in here, we import it into QuickBooks, and then we trigger the email, and then you guys fill it out, and then from there you're good. And that way, every month when we create a new invoice for your profit share, if it's over the amount, the 250 mark, then it's automatically going to trigger a payment to go out to your account that's on file there. For anyone who's an international user, you can check out transferwise.com for a free borderless account, and then that's the information that you could put into the system. So we're looking into other options for international payments as well, whether it's QuickBooks or not QuickBooks, PayPal, check, whatever we need to do to make sure you guys can get paid. We'll get a system working for international users. All right. So if you have any questions on this profile page, just create a support ticket and Leanne can help you out. And we'll make sure you get all squared away. Okay, so the next update that I've got is a traffic update. So the last time that we talked, I said that I was evaluating everything. We've started the traffic back up at a slow amount. It's 100,000 page views a day just to keep our advertisers happy until we get the games ticking off. I'm considering scaling that up. We've gotten the okay from the advertisers that are on Gaspo. Everything looks good and clean. So I might start scaling that up slowly. But I don't want to go too crazy with it. And, I don't want to risk the domains. But so far, the traffic from the profit share deal that we have looks like it's good and clean. So we're at about 100,000 page views a day. So just trying to keep some activity going there to keep the advertisers happy. The next update I've got is Doti. So Doti is coming along great. Let me go back to the other screen here. Okay. We're working on the public Steam page. So the information that shows up on the public Steam page, we're working on getting that filled out so that we can get that launched in the next few weeks so that the page will be public. And then when people go to that page, it's going to say coming June 1st, 2019. So they can see the launch date. They can see when, all the information about the game. We'll have screenshots on there, videos on there. So we're just trying to get all of that information squared away so that we can get that page up and going as quick as we can here. Ben's been working on getting the new character in. So once that's ready, we can start to get some footage with the new character. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with database work, saving player state so that when they join the game multiple times, if they log off, come back, it keeps their state so that they leave off or they start back where they left off to keep that kind of persistence feeling. So a lot of stuff going on with the game right now. Still on track to hit the June 1st mark. Everything's going great with Doti. I'm working on ideas for the mobile app so that we can try and have the mobile app launched as soon as possible after the launch on Steam so that we can start making ad revenue from the mobile app really fast. Some simple ideas that I have are just getting like in-game food and shelter, or not shelter, but water, things like that. Watch an ad and then type a code in the game and you get the resources, stuff that you would want to use on a daily basis throughout the day. So I'm trying to come up with some simple ideas that we can quickly get into a mobile app and then build from there. That way we can generate mobile advertising revenue as quickly as possible. And then we should have enough in the game on June 1st, it looks like, to start making a big push with it. So originally we were thinking we would launch on Steam and then keep adding to it and then make a big push, but it looks like we'll have enough done to where we can start making a big push to YouTubers, streamers, and things like that. We should have a decent game experience, a survival experience by the June 1st mark. So excited about that. Everything with Doti is going great. We'll be having some new screenshots and videos out soon. But yeah, everything's going good there. So next up is the IO game. So we've had a lot of questions about the launch date. How's everything going there? So I had a meeting with the IO developers last Tuesday just to see where we were at progress-wise. And everything was going good until we got to the pathfinding aspect of the game. So they ran into a little hitch there. The pathfinding is what makes, like with 20 lives, it's what makes all of the zombies move. So I had them start on a new pathfinding library that we could use in all of our games moving forward and the current games. So that set them back a little bit. I'm supposed to get another update today on how the timeline looks. But as it sits right now, I had two choices. I could either launch on May 1st with them not being ready and having them rush everything, or take it as on a week-by-week basis for the next few weeks and wait until we're ready to actually launch it the right way and not have them rush the code and not have them create code that we can't reuse and have to go back and fix. So I made the decision to hold off on the launch until that stuff was ready and looked nice and we're not releasing an unfinished product. So I've got a note from them that I want to show you that explains what's going on here. So let me pull it up here. So this is from Martin, who is the, let me blow it up here so you guys can see it. He is the project manager, and he's also doing the UI work. So I'm going to let you guys read that real quick, and I'll go ahead and read it. Well, actually, you guys can just read it. Let me see if it Can you guys see that okay? I don't know how to scale this stuff up or hide it. What's this? Hide the menus. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, I could have had them rush it and we could launch on May 1st, but it just doesn't make sense to do because this is one of the reasons that I was talking to you guys about where we don't have a publisher. So by doing the ambassador coin sales and things like that, it allows us to release the products when they're ready, not when a publisher tells us to. So everything was going awesome. Everything was on schedule up until we hit this pathfinding issue. It's not going to be an issue going forward. And just a few snags, as you can read here, them learning the frameworks. These are the first games that we're doing with them. So just getting the process done, getting the process down. So I'll give you 30 seconds or so to read through this. It's just an understanding or an explanation of the snag that they ran into. The other thing that we're doing is weekly updates with them. They're going to be doing like a blog updates for you guys. So every Friday, they're going to be getting me updates about what they worked on that week, timeline updates and things like that. So I'll be able to pass that along through Richard, through to you guys. Let me know when you guys read through that. Did I give you enough time to read through it? I'm not sure what the delay here is video-wise. So anyone let me know if they've had a chance to read through it. That's a normal reading speed. Okay. So what we're going to do is, like I said, take it on a week-by-week basis until we feel that the game is ready to go. I should have a more clear update from them today. They've been having meetings about it, all of the tasks that are left. So I don't want to take this, or don't want you guys to take this as a negative. How I want you guys to see this is the benefit that we have as a group here to not be beholden to a publisher. Because if we had a publisher that was telling us to launch, we would have had to have launched May 1st, whether we were ready or not. So by being able to release a product that we're proud of, we want to be quality, not quantity. We could just put out 50 IO games in 2 months and they'd all be crap. Nobody would play them, and we'd be known as a company that just releases crappy IO games. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that these first IO games that people are seeing from us are quality and have good gameplay mechanics, and you can have fun playing them. And we can, we're not going to wait until they're 100% perfect. We'll get it to a point where we are proud of what we have and it's fun to play, and then we'll build on it from there. So, we're not months away by any means. We're still getting to that minimum viable product, but we want to make sure that the code that we have is reusable. The systems that we're building are reusable, because the next game that we're doing is a tower defense game. So the pathfinding algorithms that we're working on building out will be used in that game as well. So the next games are going to go faster. We're building systems and learning the framework so that the next games that we do, we'll be able to build incrementally faster, and we'll have a base to work off of for the next games. So just looking through the questions here before I move on. Nicole asked, minimum is 250. Yes, and that's because of the processing fees and just we want the minimum to be 250 so that when we're processing stuff, it's actually worth it for you guys to receive it. And then Don asked, we change from US bank account to TransferWise at a later date? Yes, you guys will always be able to change your payment information. So whatever works best for you guys, you're able to change it whenever you want. We're going to try and add in any system that we can automate, we're going to try and add in there for payments to give you guys as many options as we can. So whatever the best fee is for international users especially, we want you guys to get the best conversion rate, currency conversion. So whatever we need to do to support you guys to have the least fees possible, especially when we're talking about transferring tens of thousands of dollars, we want to make sure that you guys don't have a bunch of fees eating up your profit share. Going through, Melanie asked, how long is the delay? We're just taking it on a week-by-week basis right now. So I'll be updating you guys on a weekly basis with how the development's going, and I'll have a more clear picture in a week or so. And they're working on an update for me right now. They're going through every task that's left to work on getting a more clear understanding. Anyone else lose sound on me? You guys still hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree, Bruce. I mean, that's the key here, is that we can't release something that isn't fun to play because it'll just fizzle out. There's no point in just releasing something to release it. We want to make sure that we're proud of what we're releasing and that gamers are actually going to have fun playing it. Otherwise, there's no point in releasing the game if nobody's going to play it, because nobody will use the ad revenue. So what I want to do is show you guys what Mike and I have been working on. Remember last time I showed you guys the index page and I wasn't happy with it. So this is the look that we're going for now. So when you go to Kingdoms, this is what's going to show. I don't know if it's on the homepage yet. Yep, it is. So this is what's going to show. If you go to Kingdoms.io right now, this is what's going to show. So you can see that we have the latest news down the left side for Kingdoms. And on the right side, we're going to have other game news. So any other IO games that we have, this is a live feed of news items that will change in real time. Whenever we publish a news item for any of our other IO games, we can advertise our other IO games down the side here. And then once somebody logs in, it's going to hide these. So this is only on the front page of the game. That's what they're working on right now. Right now, if I played, it would actually show it. And then this bar down here is going to be gone. So we're revamping this home screen here. So you can see up here we've got home, privacy policy, and contact. And this is how we're going to promote. And then we're also going to have promotions down here that you can scroll with your middle mouse button to scroll down, and you'll see like related games and things like that. And then also on this home screen, we can have some stuff across the bottom for ads for our other games and things like that. So we're able to cross promote a lot, and it'll just be a nice, slick user interface here that kind of ties everything together. And then of course on 20 Lives, it'll be the same. All of the IO games. This is the framework, one code base that we're doing for all IO games. So we only have to update everything in one spot, and it updates all of the IO games we have. So when down the road, when we have 500 IO games, it's no more work for us to update everything as it is for one IO game. And when we have the reward centers and the headquarters for each IO game, it's all one code base. So it's super easy to keep updated with everything. Really nice framework that we're building out here. We're also going to be building out a whole advertising network that you guys can leverage for really, really cheap advertising for anything that you want to promote. You guys will be able to have your advertisements show up in a lot of different ad formats that we're building out here. And then other people will be able to bid as well, but ambassadors will have access to very, very cheap advertising that you guys can leverage to try and promote anything that you guys want to promote, whether it be Amazon affiliates or any of your own products or anything that you want to do to promote. Will allow you guys to promote through all of our network. All right. I think that's all the notes that I have here. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and throw them out now and I'll tackle them. But bottom line here is everything with Doty is going awesome. Everything is on schedule. We have no concerns about hitting a June 1st launch with Doty. The mobile game or the mobile app is going to be out ASAP after the public launch. And the cool thing about the mobile app is that one of our ad networks allows us to pull out money like it's net 2 days or something like that. So if we make a bunch of money in the first week, we can pull it out, and then there's not that 30 to 60 day wait for us to be able to profit share that out. So it's a great way to get fast revenue. That's why it's one of my top priorities is getting a functional mobile app that ties into Doty out as soon as possible. Bruce asked, where would you place new coins acquired? I would get as many Doty coins as you possibly can. That is going to take off the fastest. The IO games are another good source, but the IO games are going to be more of an organic traffic growth. So we can definitely promote them, advertise them, share them on social media. It's going to be a ramp-up period as the games go viral. Where Doty, we're going to put it on the Steam free-to-play section and publish or push that as publicly as we can through the Steam, they give you credits to where you can show up on the Steam homepage. So the growth pattern for Doty is going to be like a super steep climb player count, where the IO games are more of a steady growth until they hit that viral aspect. So I would pick up as many Doty coins as you possibly can, and then also pick up the IO games after that. But I would put the majority into Doty. The IO games are going to be great. We're getting good CPMs. It's just a matter of getting the word out. We don't have that huge ambassador count that would really help with making these go viral. So, if we had 2,500 ambassadors right now, I would say the IO games have just as good of a chance to go viral as Doty does, but we don't have that count yet. So Doty is much easier for us to promote because we get that free advertising on Steam. They put us on the homepage. Let me see if I can share this. So if I go... So this is the Steam desktop app. So what Steam does is they allow you to promote your game front and center right here with images. You see now available. So we're going to be a free-to-play game. No barrier to entry. So they can instantly download it and play it. And we can show up in this top section here with some really nice graphics to really pull people in. And this is free advertising that we get from Steam, and you can use it a couple times a year. And then there's also, we'll show up in the discovery queue, new release sections. And then, of course, we'll be in the free game section, new and trending. So this is, we'll get all of this free advertising on Steam. So we can push the Doty player count up very fast. Can't wait for it. We've been talking internally with the team, with our calls, a lot about the different features that we want that solve a lot of the problems that that other games face. We're building out some systems that allow people to host their own custom servers to kind of create their own custom playing experience that other people can join. We have so much stuff that we're building into Doty. I'm super excited about getting it released on Steam. Players, I know, are going to love it because I know it's a game that I would love to play. I love survival games. And we've got some awesome ideas that players are just going to go crazy for. Plus, with the mobile app, people are going to use that all day long. The headquarters, we're going to be generating revenue from so many different places. With a free-to-play game, it's really going to be awesome. So, again, everything with Doty timeline looks solid. No concerns there at all. Steve asked, a few of us have submitted ads previously. Will you please address when they might begin running? Any changes we may need to do first? The problem that we have right now is that we don't have any traffic that we're not paying for. So it's hard to show your guys' ads right now for free when we're trying to do traffic arbitrage. So we're trying to generate more than we're spending on the traffic. Once we get our games launched and we're not paying for that traffic, then that's when we can get your guys' ads in there a lot more. And then we don't have to worry about offsetting the cost as much. So right now, a lot of ads are showing as the last part of the waterfall. Our fill rate with our advertisers has just been so high lately that those backup ads aren't showing. So, but once we get our games up and going, we can definitely start showing your guys' ads more. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I know it's a little bit of a bummer with the IO games not launching May 1st, but I want to make sure we do this right, guys. I want to make sure that all of your contributions aren't for nothing, and we don't rush this to where somebody plays the game on May 1st and they're like, oh, this is crap, and then they never come back. Or we get a bunch of negative feedback on Reddit or social media. It just doesn't make sense to do it until it's ready. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated as soon as I hear stuff on a weekly basis and let you know when we're ready to go. I don't expect it to be a major delay. It's just one of those things where we just weren't ready for May 1st, and I didn't want to rush it. Ann asked, are we still earning point for new ambassadors buying in? If so, how long will that be? Yep, that's until we stop taking ambassador signups. That will always be ongoing until we do not sell ambassador seats anymore. I did not see D's question. I'm scrolling up here. I'm not seeing a question. Oh, there it is. Just wondering if you have thought of delaying the deadline date in August, so those of us depending on the financial return for the company and putting it back into the company. I'll talk to company leadership people tomorrow about that and see what they think, and I'll get back to you guys on that. I'll see what they think about that. Doty should still see. We got June, so we can get a lot of money coming in with the mobile app as soon as possible. There's still opportunity for that. The other stuff, our video guy is net 30, so anything we do in June, we get paid at the end of July. So there's still some. It'll be close, yeah. I'll talk to him tomorrow and see what we can do about that. Steve asked, Ambassador sign up last date confirmation August 21st or 31st. There's no set date on that, but I can't imagine that we wouldn't sell out before then, because we'll be making money with Doty and the IO games by then. So the August 31st cutoff was just for the tier level. So let me talk with the leadership tomorrow and see what we want to do about that and see what we can do about that. And then I'll update you guys later on that. Might be able to push that out. We'll see what we can do to that way everyone has a chance to get upgraded if they're trying to use the profit share for that. I'll let you guys know this week. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up here and get back to working on stuff. I'll be able to show you guys the character this week too, running around. So that's awesome. He looks awesome. Preston's been working on some new skins for the guy, and Brian's been working on some new clothes. He looks so much nicer than the last character. It really brings the visual quality of the game up a ton of notches. All right, everyone. We'll call it a wrap here, and I'll update you guys as soon as I can about the questions that D had. I'll also be posting as soon as I have updates on the character. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now. It's all good. And I'll get you guys some video of Doty as soon as we can. Mel asked, no change to the zombie look. The zombie will look just like the character, except they'll look like a zombie. So he'll use the same shape. One of our guys is working on a shader that will allow us to dynamically change the look of a character as the infection level grows in them. So as they get more and more infected, their skin color will change more and more until they look like a full-fledged infected. So definitely the zombies will have a new look as well. Real quick, Don asked, why does the bonus pool close out May 15th? That's just a short bonus that we wanted to run for you guys. So we don't want to keep running it and then have it diluted more and more. So basically anything that's done before May 15th will be locked out for that bonus pool. And we'll call it good with that. And we'll lock it down, and then you'll know your percent going forward with that bonus pool. All right. You guys have a great week. I will talk to you throughout the week in Discord here. And we'll keep at it. You guys have a great day. See ya.